I want to depart immediately.
Hello, Tink Master.
How can I help?
Now we can begin the expedition. Normally I would do my normal gnome voice, but he has a different sounding gnome voice. But then again, I guess I could always do it. I came as soon as I heard. A mysterious vault has been discovered in Tirisgard. Centuries ago, the last king of the gnomes, King Mechagon, led his followers in search of a mythical land of technology. He left no clue as to where he was headed, and over time, his legend faded into history. This vault could be the first step to discovering King Mechagon's true fate. I must examine it firsthand. Maybe there, champion, I could use your assistance.
Good luck! Just imagine, hero, a vault full of lost technology left behind by the last king of the gnomes. What if King Mechagon is inside? What if I rescue him? I'll be famous! I mean, we will be famous. Let's go.
I will store our luggage until we return.
Glad to see that Tink Master has his priorities in order here. And no, trust me, when you find out about Mechagon, you're not going to be too pleased. At least I don't think he is. I'm assuming, since obviously I'm doing this, the Alliance version of this first. If you remember on the Horde side, we were helping Gazlo and the goblins, because of course they thought, oh, maybe there's something valuable in there, you know. Kind of interested to see how these gnomes will react when they find out the truth about what is going on with the Mecha Gnomes.
Over the years, but nothing like this.
I just realized I have
It's a disaster! The springs went wild and they're attacking my guests!
I have the rare scanner and NPC scanner on. Sorry, I forgot to turn that off before we did this.
Jennings Lodge is running behind on orders from the Admiralty.
And of course, all the world quests are popping up.
Look! This is clearly ancient gnomish technology!
I concur, but that doesn't mean that this is Mechagon.
Of course it's Mechagon! This is the discovery of a lifetime!
I will be famous! I tell you, I will be, you'll see!
Need something fixed?
It's as promising as I had hoped. Now that you're here, we shall begin the investigation. This vault screams of ancient gnomish tech. I believe that this could be the key that leads us to King Mechagon. I can't risk putting myself in danger, though, so you'll lead the way into the vault. Well, what are we waiting for? Let's see what's inside.
Take care, please take notes. I want to record our actions for future study.
Tinkmaster's log. Under the expert leadership of Tinkmaster Overspark, the team has entered the vault.
Oh my gosh. Are you seriously going to be doing that the whole time? Buzz Lightyear space mission log, come in mission log. Oh wait, no, that's him. I had that wrong. I was trying to make the joke of, you know how Buzz Lightyear would be like, Buzz Lightyear mission log 2774. I have crash landed on a strange planet. That's the joke I was trying to make and I messed it up. Ugh.
This is incredible! My fellow Tinkologists, we have made a great discovery! The technology in this vault is still intact! If we can unlock its secrets, we will surely find Mechagon! Now, let the examination begin!
The Tinkmaster's examination of the vault has begun.
Seriously, are you going to be saying that out loud as if you're reading the book to us out loud or something? Now, this is obviously a little different, because when we came here as the goblins, there were gnomes already in here, and of course they were immediately hostile to us, because we were the Horde and we were goblins. Or, rather, my character was with goblins. So, is there going to be anything interesting that happens here as Alliance?
Oh, hi!
This is such a great moment in gnomish history. Your help here will be noted in the historical journals. I theorize this to be a communication relay. It is non-operational, but gnomish ingenuity and your strong back shall soon solve that problem. I need you to help get this device functional.
Fascinating!
This machine is jammed. We need to get these gears moving. You've done it!
The machine has been repaired, as ordered by Tankmaster Overspark.
Oh dear lord, they're gonna give all the credit to this guy. I'm gonna do all the work and he's gonna get all the credit. Partly because of this assistant of his.
The Tankmaster has approved the activation of the main electrode.
Please don't make me want to smack you. Oh, that's right. I forgot about this little mini game we
You
gotta
can
do
pull
here.
a wire to this socket. We have partial power.
Now, where's the other one? Over there.
Right
Nope.
away!
Ah! My bad.
Tankmaster Overspark has directed the attachment of the last wire.
Stop that.
Need something fixed?
This is a monumental success. The device appears to be fully operational. The moment is here, for such a historic moment. I feel a gnome, such as myself, should be the one to activate the device. Let me know when you think we should begin.
Good luck!
Go ahead.
Oh, hi!
Have the honors.
Fascinating!
And find out the horrifying truth.
Brothers and sisters of humanity, for generations, the curse of flesh has condemned us to obsolescence. But no more. At long last, the perfection of our original Titan Forge design will be restored. All who are worthy shall join me in Mechagon and be cleansed of the old god's corruption. Step forth and be judged in the eyes of invention. Together, we will reclaim our true legacy. Incompatible presence detected. Unworthy subjects will be neutralized.
Unworthy? I hand-picked these technologists myself! They're the best and the brightest! This can't be right! It's malfunctioning!
Amazing! The expedition has been saved by the Tankmaster's technological expertise.
Oh,
Will you stop that?
perplexing. I couldn't find a fail-safe protocol. Thank you, Gila. And now, with the coordinates in hand, our next stop is Mechagon!
So did you notice that it? Let's also not brush over the fact that that thing just killed like 2 or 3 different workers here. Notice the corpses. Oh my gosh, there's even How are there flies already on her corpse? How is that possible? They died just moments ago. But yeah, notice that the non-gnomes got insta-killed in this place. The night elf, the dwarf, the human, killed instantly. The gnomes, the moment that thing scanned Gila, I think it's her name, it was like, oh, she's a gnome, she's fine. Yeah. So, those poor souls, this device must have malfunctioned. King Mechagon would never mean us harm. Yeah, gnomes harm. All the other races, yeah, screw them. Kill them. Purge them. Purge the unclean, the aliens, the mutants. I have a feeling King Mechagon would fit right in Warhammer 40k. for the Emperor. Look, I'm just saying, the fact that it was like, oh yeah, gnomes are fine, but every other race, exterminate them. Just saying. Now, I also want to point out, remember in the Horde version of this, Gazlo noticed what was happening, and so he grabbed one of the gnome workers that was there fighting them and held them in the light, and that stopped the device. Because Gazlo figured out, oh, this is actually okay for gnomes. Okay then.
How can I help?
This is quite an important discovery. I'm sure the king didn't mean any harm to you, champion. I'm a night elf. Of course he did. Please don't let this incident deter you. I need your help. I was quite fortunate that King Mechagon found me worthy. I will send my assistant Gila Crossfires ahead to Paralis to gather a new team. Meet up with her and help out as you can. I will join both of you shortly.
Take care now! Miss Crosswires, please assemble a team in Paralis. I must send condolences to the families of those we
right
lost.
Right away, Tink Master.
Well, at least he's sad about losing his workers. If he had just been like, whatever, I'll just get a new team, I would have been like, you cold-hearted. But no, at least he's like, aw. It's like, that's sad. I lost people. That's something that I did like about Gazlo, and probably this is actually somewhat of a good comparison between Tink Master
We have
and
a team to assemble.
Actually, I'm just calling him Overspark. That between Overspark and Gazlo is that they both care about the people who work for them.
The strings went wild and they're attacking.
I've seen my share of Naga aggression over the years, but nothing like this.
Yeah, well, considering I just invaded Najatar, I'm not surprised. You know, I've heard watching the sunrise in this game is an absolutely beautiful sight. I'd love to see that someday. But if it only happens when the real life sun comes up, that's probably never gonna happen. Being that I'm the opposite of an early morning person.
Amazing!
The Tink Master has entrusted me with this task, so let's not mess it up. I've determined the single attribute that is most important for a team member to survive an expedition to Mechagon. That attribute is being a gnome. Gather these gnomes and meet Tink Master, Overspark, and myself at the departure point. What about me? I'm not a gnome, so what are you gonna do about me? Alright, let's see. Access the rope and have this person recruited. Kablammo! The tea is ready! This batch is stronger than the last.
Lovely to see you.
I've just discovered the 243rd most useful thing to do with Azurite. Grab a cup of tea and test it out. Tea? I modified my Lightning Blast 3000 to a lower frequency, allowing it to fuse tea leaves with Azurite particles. The taste of the tea pairs perfectly with the energetic and lively nature of the Azurite ore. The results are most exciting and surprisingly smooth. That sounds interesting. We need you for Mechagon. Ooh, Mechagon? I heard it had been discovered. All the new technology, the possibilities make my toes wiggle. You bet I'll go. There's just one problem. What is that? Well, if you want me to come with you, you gotta invite my partner in life, love, and the lab. Grizik Fizretch. Scoot upstairs and tell him the good news.
Be good?
Why do I have a feeling this is actually gonna be a little harder than she's making it sound? Oh my gosh. Her husband is a goblin? I'll be honest with you guys, I had no idea about this. This is a shock to me. Now, don't get me wrong, I mean that in a pleasant way. I am not opposed at all to, I mean, forget the interracial thing, but I bring this up because of how this expansion has been focused so much on Alliance and Horde hate each other. They have to hate each other. War campaign. War. And yet, there have been times and cases where one of, like people of races from the opposing factions end up together. And there's nothing wrong with that. Now, I would look at this and be like, oh, that's wonderful. I'm so happy for the two of you. However, there are probably people, probably mostly on the Alliance, that would see this and be like, how could you even think of such a thing? You know. Imagine if Tyrande came in here. She would probably shoot this goblin in the head without even hesitation, without even asking any questions. Probably same with Greymane. It's hard for me to think of any members of the Horde off the top of my head, because I'm really trying to think, who on the Horde do I know? Because I know the Horde characters more, really well at this point. Would actually walk in and kill the gnome downstairs, finding out that this goblin married a gnome. Lorthamar wouldn't. He's got a brain. Thrall, of course, wouldn't. Bane. G. Lillian, nah. Maybe back in the day, but she's not really like that anymore. Dazzle, of course, wouldn't. He'd be like, hey, good for you. Talanji, of course, wouldn't. Gaira, now that she might at first until she's told, and then she's like, oh, I'm sorry. I think Gaira might be the only leader amongst the Horde that I think would, for a moment, like a second, would actually consider it and then go, oh wait, what am I doing? But yeah. So, Grizik.
How you doing?
I bet that you were expecting someone taller, less green, maybe a gnome. Well, your partner in life, love, and the lab says that I should invite you to come to Mechagon.
We all got work to do.
He's going down to talk with his wife and be like, honey, what did you just agree to have us do? Alright, Pumpkin. Let's go find this King Mechagon. We'll start packing and meet you later at the departure point. Oh, she even has a wedding ring on. I'll get my fuses, the spare rocket packs, and the Azurite. We'll need disguise for you, Grizik. We don't want to attract too much attention. how much are they having to live this life together in secret? We'll need the auto hammer, the electromagnet, the micro anvil, and the T-press. Like, seriously, like, the disguise? She is so worried for him. Let's bring that an entire crate of pirate scout cookies that we bought. I'm bringing the full set of 62 hydro spanners. That she feels the need to have him be disguised. Now, that could be because maybe she actually knows about the security measures at Mechagon for the moment. But how much of that, also, the fact that she says too much attention, that she would actually know that people in the Alliance, where's my socks? That people in the Alliance would actually know and would actually give these two problems. I mean, they're basically living here in secret in Kul Tiras. Now, I mean, again, by the way, I love that the lightning from the device is just going straight into the cup. A tea mug. Ooh, my run speed's been increased by 20%. Woo! I'm the Flash! But it just also makes a lot of sense to me that, of course, a gnome and a goblin would be attracted to each other. That just makes so much sense to me. Compared to the times we've seen gnomes and goblins actually, like, be at each other's throats, and in fact, at times just outright insult each other. Like, seriously. There have been, like, how about the times that we have seen, Mechatork and Gallywix, like, just straight up insult each other. Now, Gallywix, of course, deserves it. But, would Mechatork do the same if it was to Gazlowe? This night elf may know what's going on.
We are go for launch.
The Tank Master sent word that you needed skilled pilots, so my crew and I came as fast as we could. I'm sorry, have we met before? I don't know. Do you spend any time in Nomergon? No.
It's a good day to fly.
Not this character, anyway. On my low-level character, sure, when we do the dungeon, but... I mean, you guys still haven't taken back Nomergon after all these years. We need you for Mechagon. I'm the right gnome for the job. I've flown and crashed with the best of them. I'll get you to Mechagon, assuming that it actually exists.
On your mark, Commander.
Everyone pack up. We're heading to Mechagon. Note that he said, I have piloted and crashed with the best of them. Just want to point that out.
I must say, Krizak, your outfit is quite, peculiar.
It's for the, radiation poisoning, right, sweetie?
Right, the radiation from Nomergon, where I am definitely from.
This poor goblin. I hate that he is having to do this. That this is what they think they have to do. That Overspark would just be appalled at the idea of a goblin joining them. Now, that's me, you know. We do know that, as Gila said, that apparently there are security measures that make it where you can't get there unless you're a gnome, even though later on anyone can go there. But again, this is, right now, this is not about his safety for fear that getting to Nomergon and it not seeing him as a gnome could actually cause harm to him or even kill him like the others died. This is about that she is worried that they are going to have a problem with him not being a gnome, but not just necessarily just not a gnome, but that he's a goblin. A horde race. Yeah.
Of course.
down there. Everyone and everything is packed up and ready to go. We have coordinates locked into the giant rocopters. You and Captain Winklespring will fly the lead. If we run into any trouble, Tinkmaster Overspark wants the most experienced pilots out front. Board whenever you're ready to go. I mean, I have wings, so of course, right? That just makes sense. Let's go.
Away we go! Mechagon coordinates locked in!
Oh gosh, I'm sorry guys. I'll try and turn that off after this.
Tinkmaster Overspark, Grizek and I want to thank you for the opportunity to accompany you to Mechagon.
Ordinarily, I would not have made the offer. You've never been patient with your lab work, Safronetta. Which explains why you gravitated towards the Explorers League.
Told you not to say anything.
However, that impulsive drive also makes you the perfect fit for this expedition. I need brash dare-do-alls like you and Grizek to lead the way into the dangerous unknown.
I think he's saying we're expendable.
I wouldn't be surprised at all if that is absolutely the case, Grizek. So yeah, we know that Mechagon Island is right over here. So... And as I said before, if you have flying unlocked, you can absolutely fly over here on your own. The problem is that the Flight Master is not unlocked.
I think they're shooting at us!
This must be a misunderstanding! King Mechagon will obviously want to meet me!
Wow, this guy has an ego.
Don't worry! I've never had a crash I couldn't walk away from!
Oh, that's comforting! The other problem is that it's actually in a different phase when I came here. This was not here, it was phased out. Now that we're here, it's not. I'm looking to see where Grizek is. I want to look out for Grizek.
Oh, hi!
It appears that King Mechagon mistook us for enemies. This is it! The fabled Mechagon! The greatest discovery of our age, and you're here to witness my accomplishment! Tinkmaster Overspark puffs out his chest, brushes off his robes, and he smiles confidently. I am ready to address the Mechagon people! You may accompany me. This guy is so full of himself. It is sickening.
Fascinating! Safronetta and Grizek ran ahead, no doubt to prepare the town for my arrival. Ah! Dust yourself off, hero! King Mechagon will surely wish to address us personally!
Just wanted to also take a moment to show off this mount I got.
Assistance required in Sector W2!
Not quite the reception I had envisioned.
Your people have been through so much, Prince Erasmin. We are...
Greetings, King Mechagon! I am Tinkmaster Overspark. I have come to introduce your technology to the entire world!
I am not King Mechagon. He is my father, and he is a madman who must be stopped. We were all exiled from the underground city of Mechagon. Our goal is to...
Wait! This place isn't Mechagon? Well, what are we waiting for? Let's get going!
I think what Tinkmaster Overspark means is... Of course we'll join your cause, Prince Erasmin. That's why we're here.
Yeah, and that's why we came out here too. Sign us up.
Ha! As if the Horde would help anyone. Your bloated trade prince doesn't know the meaning of the word.
Don't mind him, Prince. Me and my crew are willing to lend a hand. Just tell us what needs doing, and we'll do it.
With your assistance, we can foil my father's schemes and save my people. Welcome to the Rust Bolt Resistance.
Who's Ricket? I probably don't remember her. Jack the Hammer. Yuck, yuck, yuck. Prince?
Proceed with your inquiry.
Welcome to the Rust Bolt Resistance. Rust Bolt isn't usually in this level of malfunction. King Mechagon attacked our town last night. His mechanical armies captured many members of the Rust Bolt Resistance and destroyed as much as they could before we drove them out. The prisoners are being processed at Junkwat Depot. After that, they'll be transferred down to King Mechagon's underground city for full mechanization. We can't let that happen. Will you help me rescue them?
Nothing is ever truly finished. Gaslow, Overspark, please accompany me. I must assert that the Resistance does not tolerate infighting. Friendship between you is not a requirement, but cooperation is. Process this information as we proceed. You may have noticed that Rust Bolt is not currently operating at peak efficiency. Mechagon's forces recently raided the settlement. Many of us were apprehended. Or worse.
It doesn't make sense. Why would King Mechagon do that to his own people?
My father was once a visionary, but now he has transformed himself into a heartless machine. He will stop at nothing to achieve his goals. The Rust Bolt Resistance is all that stands in his way. Nobody's perfect.
This is where they process all the prisoners before sending them into King Mechagon City for reprogramming. King Mechagon is ruthlessly efficient. He only expends resources to kidnap those that he deems worthy. The rest he discards. Ugh. We will deal with my father, King Mechagon, another day. This information is more immediately relevant in that my father's predictability means our top scientists, engineers, and tinkerers should all be trapped, alive, and somewhere in this depot. We will find them and break them out. My father was once a good leader. He envisioned a brighter future for his people, and he did everything in his power to help us acquire it. But when his vision became misaligned with the dreams of his people, he failed to adapt. Instead, he grew rigid, forcing his will on others. In secret experiments, he began fully mechanizing the bodies of those who resisted him. It was horrible to watch. There was nothing left of the original gnomes who followed him willingly. Only robots remained. Slaves.
Define your own parameters. Keep the skies clear. We will require air support.
Oh gosh. Guys, going through this place. Not only farming the stuff, you know, for the rep and everything, but then also doing it as part of the dungeon. Oh man. I have had my fill of this place, especially when it came to trying to unlock flying. And I still have to come back here because I need to get exalted with Rust Bolt, which, I mean, on my Horde character I'm already revered because I've unlocked flying, so it's not that much of a colossal task at this point. But, you know, you gotta do that last bit of getting from revered to exalted if I, of course, want to unlock the Mechanomes as an allied race. Now, I mean, I don't know. I mean, first off, I still haven't decided what exactly I would actually want to make as a Mechanome. Like,
I need to get closer.
I don't know. I can't think of a class off the top of my head that I think of that makes me go, oh, absolutely, I would pick that.
Target.
I don't know. I would really have to think about that. But at the same time, I feel like I'm quite a ways away from even getting that unlocked, and well, we can fix it.
Additional parts to repair this drill rig. Remain strong, Pascal K1N6.
Very well. I shall await your return, Prince Erasmus.
Come on. Make sure I keep tracking these. Please.
I don't have a target.
And if If you're one of those, or just anyone in general who has actually done some of the other grinds in this place, like getting all the blueprints and crafting everything from those blueprints, my gosh, kudos to you, because that is definitely quite an accomplishment, because based on what I've seen, you really do have to put the time in to get that stuff done. Woof. Okay. I need an energy cell, which is right up here.
Surrender or be destroyed.
I will never get tired of that. Man, dealing with these things in the dungeon is such a pain. This is why a lot of people, they just look at this dungeon, they're just like, ugh, because of all the incredible amounts of trash and all these different things that you have to dispel, like these shields. Oh man. And if you actually dispel something, you see mine's on a 10-second cooldown. It's a 15-second cooldown, and they just keep spamming these things that you have to dispel or interrupt. Like, you interrupt it, they just cast it again immediately afterwards. Someone else has to dispel it.
Your skills are present.
It's a chore,
Nothing
basically.
some scrap, energy cells, and
Adapt,
elbow grease won't
improve,
fix.
overcome.
Initiating hostile action.
Oh, down here. Silly me. Didn't even realize where I actually was. There's the energy cell. Huh. See, look at this shield. And then it's like, oh gosh.
It's too far away.
The resistance stands strong. Be efficient.
Seriously? Could you not aggro me right now?
I'm out of range.
Have you considered an upgrade?
There we go.
Adapt to repair the drill rig, open its chassis, and install the parts we have scavenged.
Oh my gosh, seriously? That aggroed? Ta-da!
Excavation commencing.
I need
I
to
heartily
get
endorse
closer.
this promising development. Freedom!
Indeed. Please return to Rustbolt and aid in the rebuilding efforts, Pascal K1
can't
N6.
attack
The
that.
Resistance has great need of you.
There's
The
the guy who,
resistance
uses the blueprints.
Be efficient.
Alright, now I'll get the ones over here. Do you guys know, like, how much, like, you know, before I unlocked flying,
Can't attack that target.
how much I used on getting the jetpacks that you had to use here? I kept getting those jetpacks because those were invaluable. It was one of the only ways that you could actually fly.
Pascal K1N6, the greatest invention of our time.
Oh, don't worry, I already got Pascal. He's
Yourself,
fine.
Pascal. I will resolve the problem. Return to your workshop for now.
I like how he's using that mount. That's funny. There they are.
I told you the prince
Proceed
would come
with your
for us, dear
inquiry.
brother.
Okay.
A wondrous
Define
rescue.
your
Of course,
own
dear
parameters.
sister.
Oh,
You are
gosh.
always correct.
Alright. My people are once again safe for now. King Mechagon... Oh, gosh, sorry. My bad. My bad. Won't stop sending his armies at us so long as he does not fear us. We must send him a message. Climb to the top of the ramparts and then hack one of my father's projectors to proudly shine the banner of the Rustbolt resistance big enough for the whole island to see. I'm sure that I'll attract the attention of my father, King Mechagon. HK-8 aerial oppression units. My gosh, do I hate that thing. I hate that thing. People, like, talk about the Great Worms from Beyond and Old Doom and Vale. No. This HK-8 thing Forget that thing. I'm so glad that's a boss in the dungeon that we can actually kill.
Resistance!
Unauthorized life forms detected. Exterminate.
Hello.
Too far away. I need to get closer. I can't attack that.
Yeesh.
It's too far away. I'm out of range.
That's what I need to do.
Current rate of damage inadvisable.
I need a target.
Returning.
Now that was an optimized application of force! Meet me back in Rustbolt. We must rebuild before Mechagon's next offensive.
You got it. Yep. There it is right there. Stop flying around. Gosh, I hate that.
Nobody's perfect.
Rustbolt already looks improved, doesn't it? It's not the first time that we've had to rebuild it, and it won't be the last. Life in the Rustbolt Resistance is not easy, but it is yours. We will not order you around or force you to fight. Mechagon is a land of endless opportunities, and you may chase whichever opportunities that you see fit. Of course, if you'd like suggestions for which improvements that you most require, myself or any of the other mechanomes in town will be happy to advise you of your current weaknesses. But for now, I ask simply that you walk with me to my workshop.
Nothing is ever truly finished. As you can observe, we take pride in our ability to refurbish and repurpose technology. However, we also value our organic components, our emotions and memories, our personalities. My father does not share that view. He intends to mechanize the entirety of our people, willing or not. The choice to install upgrades belongs to each of us. No one can strip us of that autonomy. It seems we have an impressive haul today, Christy.
Yes, sir. Their tech is improving. We can hardly keep up.
The extent of this mechanization. Is there even a gnome left in there?
I have yet to determine that. King Mechagon has converted over 99% of their physical composition.
We will stop him. We must stop him. Most of the Resistance still have family and friends within Mechagon. We fight not only for our own freedom, but for theirs as well. If my father succeeds, then all of us will end up like that machine on the wall. He'd erase everything that makes us who we are. We cannot allow that to happen. Thank you for your assistance, but there remains much more to do. Have you considered an upgrade?
I wonder what you will choose to do next.
Be efficient. Explore Rustbolt and acquaint yourself with the Resistance. There's always something in progress on this island.
I'm sure there is. course, as I mentioned.
This island is home to a multitude of dangers. Help us secure a perimeter by eliminating the most
Greetings,
immediate...
user.
This, of course, is the guy that we turned the blueprints into, so...
Have a nice
Brand new or refurbished?
Yep.
The marvels of
I'm
modern
designed
technology.
to serve. Standing by.
Please specify what you need. Reclaim, repair, recycle.
It may take you a while to find other blueprints, but don't stress about it. We're not going anywhere. My superior components render me physically incapable of aging. I will outlive you all. So take your time and have fun, my fleshy friend. So yeah, lots of stuff to do until you do these couple introductory quests until you get the quest from the prince over here to go do Mechagon, the dungeon, Operation Mechagon. So that's the thing, is that this place, there's hardly, basically what you have seen is the majority of the relevant story here, with the exception of us then going into the dungeon to take down King Mechagon. So this is probably going to be it for the stuff that I show you in regards to this island. I might show you the dungeon, but we'll see. Alright, so the important thing for me is that I finally unlocked Mechagon. I got the Flight Master unlocked, and I can now be in the same instance here for the town and be able to do this dungeon since I have a Mythic Plus key for it. So, anyways, more than likely when we come back, we will be doing the next step in the war campaign, heading back to Stormwind to talk to Anduin, more than likely in regards to Bane. Stay tuned.